But what you do is you approach them and say, hey, I'd like to, use your clubhouse or use your conference room to meet with, minorities in this area who've been here for a long time. And here's the upside for you is that
selling myself. I need to get out there, and because the 2 years I was in here, I was still bringing in referrals, just internal referrals. You get the little fee that you can get as just a general office worker,
right.
I guess. And that was good, but I knew that more was coming for me. And that's why I pushed to get licensed. 1-year-old and a 4-year-old here working from home and still got it done. So with that, now I need to get out there and put my face on that. I asked for advertisement stuff, and I don't know if I'm doing that right. Do I need to waste my money on material stuff with my name on it?
No, you don't. And the reason why is because, we're still in the refi market, so there are ways to get leads. But what I would do if I were you is, what BLM stands for, right?
Yes.
I would make it MLM. You feel me?
Yeah.
The M does have to be, Mexican lives matter. Right? What you're doing is minorities' lives matter, right? Mm-hmm. What you do is you approach it a different way, meaning that in Texas, you find out certain apartment buildings that have rent control, right? Mm-hmm. Meaning that they got a lot of people that live there for a long time and they're paying super low rent. And what you do is you approach the management of that company, and this is just one idea. But what you do is you approach them and say, hey, I'd like to, use your clubhouse or use your conference room to meet with, minorities in this area who've been here for a long time. And here's the upside for you is that if I talk them or help them to get a house, you get to fill their unit with people that are going to pay higher in rent. You get it? Mm-hmm. Okay. So let's say you don't know of any apartment buildings that got rent control, right? And that's not an opportunity for you. Don't worry about that. What you do worry about is you build a page that speaks to your demographic, right? Mm-hmm. And what you do is, like FHA, right? First time home buyer, and it says 3.5% minimum down. Most LOs, what they do is they say, hey, I got an FHA program. All you got to do is put 3.5 down. Am I right?
Yeah.
No, you flip it. You say, hey, I got this special program that's meant for minorities. It will allow you to buy a home with minimal down payment. You don't tell them 3.5, you don't tell them FHA. What you do tell them is you say, hey, but you have to be a minority and I need to make sure if you even qualify. Let me ask you some questions real quick.
Okay, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because what you're doing is you're creating value, but more importantly, you're attracting them because of the curiosity, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's just like EBT, food stamps, lunch tickets, any discount, right? Like coupon codes or whatever. Those are things that speak to us as humans of oh, I got a hookup. I want that hookup, right? And so when you present it, what it's really about is saying hey, I've been assigned as the person managing this area for first-time home buyers or people who need to refinance because they need to remove mortgage insurance. And it's specifically meant for minorities. Mm-hmm. Even if you're talking to a white dude, right? Hey, I got an idea. And even though you're not a minority, you're in this area and they can create a lot of value. Let me see if I can get an approval to fit you in this campaign. But I got to show my manager that it really makes a difference in your lifestyle. So if I could save you, a lot of money, what are you going to do with it? Are you going to go, buy a Tesla, right? What would you do with it? And then they're going to tell you, oh, what I would do with it is I'd pay my balance down or whatever. What they're doing is they're telling you what you want to hear.
Yeah.
So whether it's with a Caucasian or a minority or whatever it is, you got to say, hey, I've been assigned to contact you because of this campaign that we got in this area. It expires, whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
And it's meant for a specific group. And they're pretty strict, on how you become eligible for this campaign. But if you are eligible for this campaign, it's better than anything you see in the market.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
And that changes the whole dialogue.